So last week I did a video on the Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini situation, but I mainly focused on Vrabel and the language that he used in calling the behavior innocent when we know it was anything but. I felt that that showed him to be a weak man that was trying to run cover for his girlfriend. Today, I want to focus on Russini's part now that new information has surfaced, more pictures have come out, and it definitely illustrates the three-step process that just about every woman uses when they're confronted with an accusation, whether she's famous like Russini or whether she's your ex-girlfriend. Now, first thing she said is, I was just on a girls' trip. We were there with other people. Now, this is the standard procedure when a woman is first confronted. It's a girls' trip. He's just a friend. I like him like a brother. And also, don't be insecure. These are the first steps that they're just trying to buy themselves some time in this moment. Maybe they can fluff you off with the insecure comment. If it's a girls' trip, are you going to ask for proof? Because that's what the Athletic did. They're in a different situation. If your girlfriend did something sketchy and she says it was just a girls' trip, if you ask her for proof and say, well, show me the photos, show me the emails, she's likely then to just jump right to don't be insecure. The Athletic asked for the proof. She didn't provide any. And so she had to resign, which leads me to the second phase in this process. To paraphrase, she said she's resigning from the Athletic to avoid going through the public scrutiny that's already been too much. This is the stage known as, why are you looking at my phone? Why are you home early? Or even better, you're making things up in your head and need counseling. So she's starting to recognize that she's not going to be able to completely avoid any consequences for the behavior, and she's going to turn it around and flip it on you to make you out to be the bad guy. Why were you looking at her phone? Don't you trust me? You have trust issues. And of course, you'll go back to the old, you're insecure. Now, when that doesn't work, inevitably, when the evidence is too overwhelming, you're going to get one of two reactions. They're either going to cry and beg, or they're just going to disappear and probably ghost you, which is what Russini has done. She deleted all of her social media. She just completely said, no, I think I'm going to avoid accountability whatsoever, and boom, right out the door. Now, Vrabel has had a couple of statements, right? He's trying to walk the line of saying he's going to counseling and he's had difficult conversations. It still feels to me like he's running cover for Russini, which again, just circle back to my first video calling him a weak man. Now, the last part to this is something I'm really disappointed in, and that's the double standard. Now, as men, we don't like it when women have a double standard that they apply or when it's applied to them. We try to have everything be, hey, you know what? Equals equal, right? Well, Russini resigns. She gets fired, but she resigns. And Vrabel has the NFL saying, oh, we don't even need to investigate this. This has nothing to do. He hasn't violated our behavior policy whatsoever, which I find it miraculously difficult to believe that having sex with the lead reporter that reports on your team and is giving stories about players that you might trade for, you're going to try to sell me that line of crap that's not in the behavior policy. Nobody believes that, but the double standard is being applied to him because, well, he's the head coach. They made the Super Bowl last year. And quite honestly, it's the Patriots. I'm not going to say they get special treatment. And I'm not going to go off on a football tangent. But we all know how athletes and coaches can get the benefit of the doubt long after they should. Now, Vrabel has taken a step back from the Patriots. He says he's going to go to counseling. But then the other pictures came out that prove that this thing has been going on since at least 2020. They got photographed in a New York bar, I believe it is. And to me, I'll tell you what, those still photos, although this is just pure conjecture on my part, it kind of looks like they're having quite the animated conversation, which implies that the honeymoon phase of the affair might have already been over at that point. Point is, who knows how long it's been going on? 6 years of lying to your spouse is inexcusable. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. This entire situation continues to not go away. New information after new information keeps coming out. And Russini has yet to she's yet to what do you want to call it? Oh, what's that word? Oh, accountability. Yeah, she's definitely yet to take accountability. And us guys pretty much know it's likely not coming anytime soon.